Godzilla versus Kong. This is going to be our non-spoiler review. Unfortunately, Jason was not able to see the film with me. It was actually his birthday today, so if you guys want, I know I'd appreciate it, and I know Jason would. If you want to wish Jason a happy birthday in the comment section, that'd be awesome. And also, Jason, happy birthday. Love you, buddy. Thank you for everything you do, not only on this YouTube channel, just in general. You're the best. Hope you have a happy and healthy year, man. Sorry you missed this one. It was a good time. But yeah, as I just mentioned, this is going to be our non-spoiler review, so don't worry about spoilers. We are possibly going to do a spoiler discussion. I'll have a talk with Jason about that. If we don't, we're probably going to do an Easter egg references and trivia video, so definitely be on the lookout for that. If you don't want to miss it, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you can, Jason and I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button. It does help us out in the algorithm, and we are trying to grow as a channel, so we would really appreciate it if you could do that. Now, for what you clicked on in the video, the non-spoiler review for Godzilla vs. Kong. You know, when we go into these films, at least for me, and I would assume most of us, we come into it for the fights, the monster fights. And from that perspective, this film really delivers. It was a lot of fun. I mean, the action scenes and the fights between Kong and Godzilla were just epic. And some of the use of the nuances in the way they fight and the weapons they use and, you know, how they're using buildings and how the destruction and it's just unbelievable, and the mayhem that's caused is crazy. I mean, they make the Metropolis battle in Man of Steel look like nothing. You know, the destruction that happens in this film, but I guess that's also in Godzilla and also in King of Monsters. But it's overtime in this one. It's OP in this one in terms of just how much destruction and mayhem. But again, the action and the fights between those two characters are awesome. And I mean, Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, just. They really delivered on the hype for this one. And in regards to the human characters, I really wasn't expecting much, and they were okay, nothing special. I mean, I didn't hate them, but, you know, I wasn't in love with them either. There was one human character who had a bond with one of the monsters. I'm not going to give it away, but it really was, it really got me invested in the story, at least from that perspective of, you know, the relationship they have. It just really pulled me in, and I found myself really invested, and it was really delightful to watch, and it just was the heart of the film. And I just, every time I watched that character and the specific monster I'm referencing, with their relationship and the way they bond, it just, like I said, it just kept on pulling me in and making me feel more invested and just really enjoying that storyline part of the film. It's just, I was just really shocked at how much I was enjoying that portion of it, and that was definitely besides the fights, that was my favorite part of the film. And when you see the film, I have a sneaky suspicion you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And, you know, to me, again, that's the heart of the film, that relationship and the bond that those two characters have. It was just really, like I said, it was sweet, it was delightful, and it was just really a joy to watch. And like I said, it just kept on pulling me in, it just kept on getting me more invested. So I really enjoyed that, and I think most people will. It was, like I said, it was done really well. And again, for the most part, most of the other human characters, as I said, I didn't hate them, but didn't care for them. We did get a couple characters, you know, again, not spoilers. If you saw the trailers, you saw that from Godzilla King of Monsters, Kyle Gallagher's character, Dr. Russell, and his daughter, I believe it's Millie Bobby Brown. I might have said that wrong, but her character, and she was fine. She gave a fine performance, and the limited screen time that Kyle Gallagher's in, he's fine. Some of the other characters, again, whatever. But again, we come to see these movies for the monsters. If you get wonderful human characters in these movies, that's obviously a bonus. And like I said, it was okay. There were predictable moments in the film, but, you know, I was expecting that. You know, wasn't expecting to be beyond surprised or wowed from that point of view in terms of, you know, predictable moments. I mean, we've seen, you know, monster movies and big action films now, so there's, you know, it's hard to shock people nowadays anyways. So, you know, from that perspective, you know, a few predictable moments. It didn't take away my enjoyment of the film or anything, but like I said, few predictable moments. And again, the story pretty basic, you know, nothing to it. Godzilla vs. Kong. Obviously there's a little more nuance and things going on in the film of why these characters have to meet up and what's going on, which you'll see when you see the film, which some elements were interesting, for sure. But overall, look, if you get a chance, and I know some of you don't want to, for health purposes, but if you do get a chance, if you can, see this movie in theaters. I mean, that's the way it was intended to be made and seen. Uh, just to see these two characters on the big screen was just a blast, and it was just epic to watch on the big screen. And I'm sure it'll be cool to watch at home on HBO Max. That'll be fun too, but it's just different when you watch it on the big screen, watching these two characters going at it. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. It was just that's the best way to describe this film, is it was fun. It could be a little mindless at times, but that's to be expected in a monster film, of course. But this film really delivered on the action. It was a lot of fun. There were some good comedic moments. There were also some dialogue-wise. There were some really cheesy and and some corny lines in the film, but it is what it is. The film, as I said, delivered on the monster fights, that's what I was. That's what I came to the theater to see. It was Godzilla vs. Kong, and from that perspective, the film really delivered. And I really enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend seeing this film, especially if you've already seen Godzilla and Godzilla King of Monsters and Kong Skull Island. If you've seen all three of those films, definitely keep it going and see this. I think if you haven't seen those films and you come into this one, there's going to be some elements you might not understand, but overall, it's pretty easy to follow. You'll still be able to understand what's going on. It's just there's some elements from other previous films that happened in this film that if you've seen the other films, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, this movie was a lot of fun. It was a good time. The action was awesome. Godzilla and Kong are freaking awesome. The fights are awesome. The characters are all right. As I mentioned earlier, there's one bond between one human and one of the monsters, which is it's the heart of the film, the human emotion. It's the emotional core of the film, rather. It was really delightful to watch, and it was my favorite part of the film, aside from the monster fights, of course, and the action. And the visual effects in this film were fantastic. From coming to see it from the first time, after a few more times I watch it, I'll give you another opinion on that. But from first time seeing it, the visual effects were fantastic. So definitely recommend seeing this film. If I'm going to score it out of 10, I'd probably give it like an 8.3 out of 10 is probably what I would give it. But are you planning on seeing this in theaters? Are you going to see it on HBO Max at home? Love to know. Let us know in the comments section. Also, after you do see the movie, if you can, please don't put any spoilers. If you want to put that Kong versus Godzilla fight, I think we already know that. But if you do want to put in the comment section what you did think of the film without putting any actual spoilers in the movie, we would love to hear what you think about that. We do love hearing your thoughts and what you guys think about movies, because that's really what's the most important thing, is hearing what you guys have to say. We love hearing your opinions. And yeah, we're going to be, as I said, we're probably going to be doing a Easter eggs, references, and trivia video. So definitely be on the lookout if you want to see that, and you don't want to you don't want to miss out on that. Definitely hit the subscribe button. And also, we're going to be doing some Falcon and Winter Soldier videos as well. So be on the lookout for those as well. And we will see you guys on the next video.